Yeah, I don't really feel like going to the top, but it's accessible. It's about four stories up. You could take a ladder and then probably look out that hole. Wow. And that's the one thing. This is the thing I looked at. Okay, I went in the end and came out the front. Okay, no idea. I mean, I would want to assume that it's maybe the power plant. I don't know. I'd want to assume that. It looks like a big burning operation. They got all this sawdust, maybe to burn. Is that what they're doing? Is scooping in sawdust to burn? Hard to say. I don't think you'd have to do a lot. You'd have to burn a lot of wood. All right, Red Fox Inn. Okay, okay. So yeah, it does look a little bit nicer over here. So this is for visiting dignitaries, probably. Because yeah, the rooms looks like they have bigger rooms. So I would not stay here. Hey, so where's the gate? I just can't picture it. Red Fox Inn. Oh man, 95. They took all the phones. You still see the phone booth, and there's some kind of sign sitting there. Looks like you can just break through the door, walk through the broken door. I'm a little tired of breathing in all that indoor air. Yeah, this is an old hotel area. Broken glass. I'm at risk of pop tires. Whoa, pigeons all over. This is a banquet room. It looks like it's got that bad smell. You can go in, but it's just, I've had enough of that smell. They got smashed glass. I better just pick up the bicycle. This is an office room. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, the entrance would probably be before Red Fox Inn. Red Fox Inn. I'll take a little look further down. There's more hotel rooms. All right, wrapping around the corner. Yeah, just maybe a kitchen area. They got hangers. All kinds of stuff left behind here. So I get the impression that Red Fox Inn was probably active after the base left. Probably. Because I don't know why they'd still have stuff from 95. I can't assume the things I see are from 95 now. They certainly did not have C cords. It's just the structures are more likely 95, up to 95 from 1956, 1960s, 70s, 80s, whenever these were built. Somebody broke the window and then pulled out some kind of curtains hanging out. Well, I guess nobody's gonna be living here. And you know, that dude that chased me down a little bit probably is one of those guys that took the opportunity to smash some of these windows. Jeez, what a mess. I'm a little curious about just taking a peek in here. Get my flashlight. Oh, a coffee maker. Anarchy. We'll just have a peek. Doesn't stink as much. Wow. This was like proper apartments. Old telephone. tea kettle. Oof. A free tea kettle. That's a little tempting. Leaving useful things behind. Another coffee maker, soup secrets. That should have an expiration. Looks like 21. Really? So it's from our like 2018 or something. These are pretty decent dorms. Pretty decent. There must be a communal bathroom. Yeah, you're 2 to a room. And then, yeah, the bathroom and shower right there. 2 to a room. Sink out there. This might be like maybe officer quarters or something. It's a little bit nicer looking. The heck is this? A piece to a bigger item. Huh. Yeah, what is falling? What is all this? Oh, the roof. Okay. The roof is falling. At any time, they got silverware. They just like just pick up and leave. Just leave things. Okay, you got a sink in the bedrooms. Imagine sleep next to a sink and the communal toilet. So maybe like four people share. 4 people share this type of room. 4 people share the bathroom. They got a fridge in the center. So it is a very much a shared space. And it's going to be like that upstairs too. I'm a little confused where I'm at. Oof. Oh, the couch, yep. Hearing the pigeons. Oh my god, I can't get past this couch. I can just see. It's only 2 stories. You got things up here, a fan, a box fan and stuff. 4, 8, 12, 16, maybe more. Stay in this room, stay in this building. 4, 8, 6, yeah, something like that. It's a different setup for different people. I think there's some people on drugs around here. Somebody's whipping circles in the parking lot of this establishment. So some kind of a fence, and was this a door? I run the risk of popping my tires. Is this a hot tub? Looks like they had a hot tub back here. And this is the cover that's still like permanently attached. Oh yeah. Okay, what's gonna be under here? Ooh, nothing. Oh god. Yeah, it smells like a hot tub. And then, yeah, they were living a little more fancy. The military. Fancy military. I guess I've never seen an old hot tub before. It's missing the outside. It's all insulation there. So I'm just going back the way I came. I gotta be careful. Yeah, I thought there'd be nails. There's a threat of stepping on nails. I don't know, the grass is a little high, but I can walk through this. Just curious about the front of, walking around the front of the building. I looked inside this one. Pigeons are taking it over. Got nice chairs. So this was split in half maybe? Is it? Yeah, because it seemed very narrow on the other side. So these are more rooms. They pack them in pretty tight. in these dorms. I don't know what kind of dorm setup I would have been put in. Because the sergeants, I believe, had their own setup. And then the airmen, they separate sergeants from the airmen. Alright, so the person whipping circles around is right there. They're playing their music loud. I'm gonna just... acting all crazy. Sounds like a little kid in there too. I'll just check out this area. Yeah, this is more, it's not 2 stories. Where am I going? I think it's just, yeah, it's just to a parking lot, to a dead end. What is... Okay, I hope they're not coming my way, but if they do, I mean, whatever. Maybe they might not even have seen me. Notice. Groomed snowmobile trail. Okay. So I pushed my car to the front of the commissary. The old commissary. And I'll try to sleep here tonight. Hope that nobody bothers me. Just think about all the people that shopped at this commissary. Yeah, and it's really disappointing. I can't make out any spot where the sign would have been. So they painted over it. The green looks newer than the brown patches. So I'm guessing they just painted over the sign to just make it look like nothing. Because they wanted to resell this, and they haven't yet. So last night I was woken up by a sick stomach. I don't know what to do with this. I don't have any great solution. I just suffered. I woke up suffering with a heart was stressed because I was woken up at 1 a.m. with that sick stomach feeling. All I did was I tried using a board, try to straighten out my upper back, stretch it out. That's about the only solution I got right now, is to try to just open up the chest, just straighten out the upper back with the hard surface. Alright, so I asked ChatGPT, I'm keeping a log every time I feel sick. I asked ChatGPT if it saw any patterns, and it acknowledged a lot of, the dietary and environmental issues. But one thing that's interesting, it did say that maybe my sleeping position is not good. That's something that does need to be fixed. I'm not sleeping in the best way, and that could be breaking down my stomach too. I blame the sitting hunched over the steering wheel and all that, but just the straight sleeping on in the car the way I am is maybe breaking me down. So yeah, using 2 plates feels a lot nicer. I just take the eggs, bring them up, put them on top of the roof to cool down. The plate's still pretty hot though. And then I could just toss another plate on to start the toasting of the bread. Alright, I think I pushed this car uphill. That was not easy. I pushed it over here into the shade, and I pushed it in sideways just so that I can fall back when the shade pushes back. I just don't know which way it's going, because I know that the sun is rolling back. If I went in and parked properly, then I'd have to back the car up and push it forward. But with this, I can follow the pathway of the sun. I believe the correct pathway. I just have to park a little weird. I'm not happy with this leather. I think I bought this back in Nebraska like 4 years ago. I've just been sitting on it, and I don't want it anymore. The only thing I really used it for was to try to make handles for walking sticks. But I don't even use handles anymore. I don't really even use walking sticks. That's it. I got leather gloves, And I couldn't make leather gloves out of this anyway. I just don't have that kind of skill. That would take a lot of perfect measuring. It could be made, but I just don't know how I could do it. So I just kind of want to get rid of this. It has weight and bulk, and I need the space and a lighter car. But where do I leave it? Do I just leave it on a picnic table? I don't really want to throw it away. I'd like maybe for somebody to consider using it. Alright, since I was having difficulty following the shade here for this tree, I moved over here. Instead, this will give me shade for the rest of the evening. I think I'd like to spend another day here and just enjoy shade tomorrow too. Easy shade that I know about, and also get some privacy. This tree overgrowing the parking lot offers a little privacy from the main road, people coming down, which isn't too often, but it's often enough. Not a lot of people walk through here. I like the privacy aspect of it all, and the library's not far. So all that riding around KI Sawyer led to a flat tire. Only the back, the front is fine. So I do have a spare tire I want to completely replace. I'll probably want to replace the tube as well. This is worn enough. I'd like to get the new one on. So I've been keeping a spare tire and only I think one tube on me, so I'm gonna need to stock up again. I think keeping two spare tubes and one spare tire is pretty good. So I'm prepared for anything. This tire is gonna last a while, and it's the front, so it doesn't take as much weight and then the wear and tear. I should have planned ahead for spokes too. I got one broken one here. I need to find a bicycle shop and buy some spokes now. Pull this off and then bring it to them. I almost should pull a spoke off from the front tire and put it on the rear just to be safe, because this has to take extra weight. Since I'm feeling just a little sick to my stomach, I want to dry out this muesli. So I've cooked it, and now I'm just gonna heat up a pan of muesli even more. I think my goal is to get food to a crispy state. I think I need to be eating more crispy type foods rather than soggy. That's the goal right now, and try to get the sickness to go away. It takes more heat and time, but I mean, that sickness takes enough of my time and concentration. So that little red squirrel chewed through my screen. Yeah, you could see chewing. And did it get to this? So those little red squirrels are horrible. It doesn't seem to have gone for this at all. So what did it go for? It put a lot of effort into chewing up the screen. I'm gonna need to replace that screen because the mosquitoes are still bad. Yeah, I wish I had a way to capture that on camera. Whenever I see red squirrels, I guess I should be having some kind of a camera set up for them. They are shameless. I don't know how it could have gone into here. It was like tucked in here chewing away, and then chewed through here. I know it got inside. This is a big enough hole for it. Alright, the first plate of this stuff caused me to burp a lot after because there was too much moisture in it. So this was sitting out for a couple hours, and I looked in the bottom, and it looks moist, it feels moist. I really need it to be much drier. I can't believe I took the time to repair this, but I did. Just gotta keep the mosquitoes out for a couple more weeks. This is crazy. This kid is riding on the bridge and all through the park. So it seems that nearly, or pretty much burning my food is going to help prevent my sick stomach, because it's on the pathway to making the food more dehydrated, which I think is more desirable, because when the food is so moist, too moist, I burp a lot more. And then, I mean, it doesn't stop at just burping more and more. Then I progress to sickness. So having dry food, drying the food, toasting and roasting, not just boiling, is very much needed. Even if I risk burning the food is still, at this point, a little bit better than it being maybe undercooked and too moist. Alright, so I'm changing up my habits because of the sick stomach issue. I'm playing with cinnamon again. Cinnamon caused me issues with burning in my stomach, and I practically abandoned it all. I actually had cinnamon sticks that I could grind in my mortar and pestle, but I tossed them because I got frustrated with that burning feeling in my stomach. But now that I get sick so often, that burning is kind of welcome. So I think I want to get the sticks. It's just I went like years carrying those cinnamon sticks and never using them, never needing them up until this point, and now they feel more necessary because of the sickness. And so now I just this morning combined ginger, cinnamon, and black pepper, and it's not too bad. So, and I was feeling a little sick because of this milk, this lactose-free milk I was drinking, and I just felt slight sickness, and so I wanted to deal with that. Any minor issues with sickness I want to deal with immediately, and this is a way to do it. But also just working on my frying the foods more. I got chicken legs and potatoes I want to boil, and then for 15 minutes, and then let it cool down, and then I'll put them on the pan. Put it on the pan and fry them a little bit after that. Alright, so it took me about 30 minutes running this thing to get to the enough boiling point. I have the pot filled to the rim, and I had to turn down the temperature just to be safe, but it's a warm day. Yeah, so I just got on a very low flame. I'll give it a few more seconds to turn off, and then let it cool down, and then the next step will be to fry the chicken and the potatoes that are in here. Alright, I find out that the potatoes are thoroughly cooked. These are gold potatoes. They cook a little faster, but I still gotta dry them out a little bit. Even though they're thoroughly cooked, I want them dry. Alright, I made a switch, and it's very easy just to toss this plate onto the grill that I don't use as grilling. 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . 。 . 。 . You see it's mostly quiet here. In Gwyn. Escanaba, Michigan. Escanaba, Michigan. Alright, today's supposed to be in the upper 70s. It's not deadly. And I don't get any shade, but I get to enjoy the wind coming off of the lake. So I don't think it's a part of the prevailing wind. I think prevailing wind blows the wind over the lake, but it's right now coming from the lake. So it's a cooler wind, and I get to enjoy that as long as my windows are open. Alright, I just want to say that I had milk this morning and peanuts and raisins. I got sick a little bit, and then I consumed some cinnamon, which I crushed myself. Get the big sticks, and I had that thinking maybe the cinnamon will burn things out, and it doesn't. I have a combination of a sickness and then the toxicity of the cinnamon burning in my stomach. It's not directly attacking the sickness. So I need to just be careful of what's making me sick, because there's no real food out there that's going to overcome it. And it's moist stuff. I hear seagulls all night, and now all morning. Alright, I can't say I boiled the chicken for 10 minutes. It sat in the pot from the beginning to about the 14-minute mark. Started boiling at about the 10-minute mark. And now I'm going to finish them off with the grilling. And then these potatoes were separate. They sat all day in this yogurt container. So I want to get these potatoes really good before the thunderstorm comes in. I can hear that. I want to see some browning before I say this is complete. And I bought these pads to deal with the hot plate when I want to move it. I need to double up the pads, but it allows for easy movement, so I can throw the chicken over there quick and now start a new plate for the bread. Escanaba. People used to be able to drive down this road here. It seems kind of neat to me. I wonder when they stopped that. I'm cooking some eggs. Feel like eating eggs, but it is a little hot. I feel slightly sick. Am I getting a seasickness? I've gotten this sickness feeling before. I mean, many times, kind of away from the water. But I wonder if there's a seasickness aspect to my frequent stomach sickness.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, I gotta look at something else. Hold on a second.
Thank you.
Hey, do you have a computer that I could look up a name?
No, we don't have. We can look it up for you.
All right, that's weird, because I mean, at other courthouses that I've been at, you could look up a person's name, like say in Wisconsin, you could look up their name online
Sure.
for at your own house.
Okay.
But the information is limited from your house, so then you come to the courthouse to get to be able to read the actual documents.
Okay. Well,
And you do that.
we don't have that capability. We don't have public access computers. So, are you doing like a background check on someone, or
What do you mean background check?
where you're looking for like what somebody has in their record, or like if they have felonies or misdemeanor, that kind of thing? Is that what you're looking to do?
Like a professional private investigator?
No, just people do background checks for lots of different reasons.
Is there a form for that in some way?
Yep, and it's $20 for a background check. So, like, if you're looking to see
Let's
what
see the
somebody's
form.
record is, sure. Now the other thing is you can also, if you're looking for what somebody's, got in their criminal history, you can actually go to the Michigan State Police website. You can go to the Michigan State Police website and use their iChat system and it'll tell you where in the state of Michigan that they've ever been.
Don't they have like a FOIA request system set up instead? I mean, is that you're saying that's their public records request established? That's how they're a form or
There is such a thing as a FOIA request, sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: is this for yourself? Or is it for someone else?
It's not my name.
Okay, that's what I was asking. So this is what we have, typically have people fill out that top section, so that we know who we're looking for and what the scope of the search wants to be. And
All right.
So are you recording right now?
Yeah.
So as a condition of entering the courthouse, no recording is allowed.
Well, I looked at the statutes. I looked at the state statutes.
So these are your choices. You can stop recording,
All right.
or I'm going to trespass you and ask you to leave. If you choose to leave, I'm going to arrest you.
Well, what's the law you're looking at? Because I didn't see any
Are you refusing to
statutes.
leave?
I'll leave, but it doesn't say that in the statutes anywhere. Where are you getting
refusing
that?
to leave?
All right, I'm going. Rolo.
Correct.
But you can't cite me any statutes for that, right? You can't cite me any statutes for that. Oh, you're stepping on my feet. I felt that. Whoops. You're breathing awful heavy too, Grollo.